The 2024 NBA season witnessed several heated moments, including a clash between Kris Dunn and Jabari Smith Jr. among others. Tensions flared, scuffles happened on the court, and everything reminded fans of the intensity of professional basketball. Without further ado, these are the most heated NBA moments. Let's begin, shall we? Number 1. Donovan Mitchell tries to fight Zach Collins. Cleveland Cavaliers guard Donovan Mitchell and Zach Collins were ejected in the final minute of their game after the five-time NBA All-Star hit the floor hard following an elbow to the face from Collins, who was setting a hard screen. Upon hitting the floor with impact, Mitchell quickly rose and pushed Collins in the face. His teammates held back Mitchell to try and de-escalate the situation, with him walking backward away from Collins as the Spurs' big continued to yell. Mitchell finished the game with a team-high 31 points, while Collins finished with 10 points and 9 rebounds. After the game, Mitchell addressed the play and what led to his retaliatory actions. "He hit me in the face," Mitchell said. "I feel like it was dirty, so I pushed him back. I knew I was going to be ejected, but if you hit me, I will hit you back. That's that." Mitchell expressed uncertainty about what prompted Collins to become so physical. Mitchell was fined $2,000 for his ejection from the game, which is the league minimum according to NBA rules. Number 2. Jabari Smith Jr. and Kris Dunn were ready to fight. On January 20th, 2024, tensions boiled over during a game between the Houston Rockets and the Utah Jazz, as Kris Dunn of the Jazz and Jabari Smith Jr. of the Rockets found themselves locked in a heated confrontation. In a moment of frustration, Dunn and Smith Jr. aggressively grabbed each other's jerseys, sparking a brief scuffle on the court. The referees swiftly intervened, separating the players before the situation escalated further. The incident served as a reminder of the intensity of professional basketball and the emotions that can run high in the heat of competition. Both players were subsequently warned about their conduct, highlighting the importance of sportsmanship in the game. Number 3. Jaden McDaniels tears apart Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson and Jaden McDaniels engaged in a brutal fight during a Minnesota Timberwolves Golden State Warriors game. Thompson boxed out McDaniels on a defensive board, but the two didn't lose contact despite the ball advancing into the Timberwolves' court. McDaniels held onto Thompson's arm, while the latter tried getting a separation. Things escalated after Thompson held onto McDaniels' jersey. The T-Wolves forward did the same. As their teammates got involved to separate the two, McDaniels tore apart Thompson's jersey. It was surprising to see things get heated in the first 2 minutes of the game, with the teams yet to record a field goal. Both players were ejected. Draymond Green also got involved and put Rudy Gobert in a chokehold. He was next to get tossed. The Timberwolves and Warriors were playing for the second time in 2 nights. Minnesota won the last game 116-110, handing the Dubs their 3rd consecutive loss. It's unclear why Klay Thompson would let tempers flare over a box-out so early in their other game, but it may have something to do with the Warriors' dismal form. Number 4. Grant Williams sparks scuffle with Kevin Durant, Jusuf Nurkic. New team, same antagonizing style of play for Grant Williams. The ex-Boston Celtics forward, now with the Dallas Mavericks, was at the center of an altercation during a night's game against the Phoenix Suns in January. Just 4 minutes into the matchup, Williams got tangled up with Suns superstar Kevin Durant and was called for a defensive foul. Williams stood over Durant while having words for the official. Suns big man Jusuf Nurkic took exception to Williams standing over Durant and shoved him out of the way. Williams returned the favor with a shove of his own, and the two sides had to be separated by teammates. Williams, Durant, and Nurkic each received technical fouls for their involvement in the dust-up. The altercation seemed to fuel Williams, who scored more points in the first quarter versus Phoenix than he did in a previous loss to his former team. The Suns got the last laugh with a 132-109 win, however, and Phoenix star Devin Booker sounded off on Williams after the game. "It's not necessary," Booker said on the Suns post-game show via Clutch Points. "I don't think Grant wanted to play basketball tonight. He wants to do the antics, man. We're out there trying to hoop, so big props to Nurk for holding that down. If I would have seen that, I would do the same thing. That's how we get down. We're not with the nonsense." Number 5. Tristan Thompson ejected after knocking Nick Claxton. An NBA game in Paris got chippy between the Brooklyn Nets and Cleveland Cavaliers. Tensions rose to a point where Cleveland big man Tristan Thompson was ejected after delivering a bump that knocked Nick Claxton to the floor. After slamming down a dunk, the Nets center chirped at Thompson while running back to play defense. The two crossed paths. Thompson bumped Claxton hard, and Claxton fell to the court. The two had to be separated. Coaches and some players left their benches to break up the altercation. Thompson was ejected and finished the game with just 1 point in 11 minutes. The 32-year-old is in his second stint with the Cavs, previously playing for them from 2011 to 2020 and winning a championship with them in 2016. Thompson did not play in the NBA in the 2022-23 season after playing for the Kings, Pacers, and Bulls the previous season. Thompson averages 8.8 points and 8.2 rebounds per game for his career, but is a depth player this year behind Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. This season, he's playing 11.8 minutes per game, dropping 3.7 points and grabbing 3.8 boards. Number 6. Devin Booker and Grant Williams get into it. Phoenix Suns star Devin Booker was unhappy with Grant Williams following an on-court scuffle involving Kevin Durant in a game against the Dallas Mavericks in January. Speaking to reporters after the game, Booker called out Williams for wanting to do the antics and not wanting to play basketball tonight. The situation occurred in the first quarter when Williams tried to fight over a screen to stick with Durant, who got bumped to the ground by the Mavs forward, which we have already mentioned before. Number 7. Dillon Brooks keeps LeBron James feud going. The feud between Dillon Brooks and LeBron James goes back at least a year to when the Memphis Grizzlies and Los Angeles Lakers faced off in a first-round playoff series. Brooks joined the Houston Rockets as a free agent before this season and has taken his antagonism toward James to his new team. A matchup between the Lakers and Rockets in Houston in January provided the latest chapter in this story, with Brooks taunting James after hitting a shot against him. But tensions became more serious when the Rockets forward committed a flagrant foul against the Lakers star by striking him across the face. However, Brooks directed his hostilities toward James's Lakers teammates earlier in the game. During the second quarter, he shoved Jared Vanderbilt in the back on a drive to the basket. That provoked Vanderbilt to retaliate by shoving Brooks a few plays later, which resulted in him getting ejected. Brooks's tactics may have accomplished their purpose as the Rockets defeated the Lakers 135-119. James still had 23 points, as did Anthony Davis and D'Angelo Russell, but the Lakers didn't have an answer for Jalen Green, 34 points, and Alperen Sengun, 31. Following the game, Davis called Brooks out for crossing a line with his physical play and trash talk. When James was asked about Brooks, he replied, "Next question." Number 8. Bobby Portis ejected in Bucks game versus Pacers. At the 10-minute, 18-second mark of the fourth quarter of the Milwaukee Bucks game versus Indiana in December last year, at Fiserv Forum, Pacers forward Aaron Nesmith grabbed Giannis Antetokounmpo around the shoulders as he attempted to jump to the rim. Nesmith spun the Bucks 7-footer violently and nearly to the floor, but held him up, leading Bucks forward Bobby Portis to step up to protect his teammate. "I mean, just all my teammates, man. I'm just here for everybody, man," Portis said after the Bucks' 140-126 victory. "I got everybody back, no matter what it is. No matter what time of day it is. I could be 3 in the morning. You call me. I'm up. I'm ready. It don't matter what day of the week it is. Who we playing, wherever it is, I always got everybody's back, especially on that. If role were reversed and it was somebody else with a history, you get thrown out, but didn't make a play on the basketball, and I didn't like it. I'm always there for my teammates. I got everybody's back, no matter what day of the week it is." Portis and Nesmith were separated, but the Pacers forward kept talking on his way back to the bench, and Portis had to be restrained by team security. During the review of the play, Nesmith was assessed a flagrant one and a technical foul. And that's it for this video. Please click the like and subscribe buttons down below if you found it useful. To make sure you don't miss any uploads, tap the bell icon. Share the video and comment down your thoughts. See you in the next one.